Hola, my Zapatista brothers. We are here to meet and work for the proletariats. Hey, what's up? We're back with a quick little video. Since we've last talked, we've gotten these little beauties in. The Lego cap. Let me get a little close up right there. Now, a lot of people have been asking questions about these, and I have to tell you, at first I was skeptical, but once I got them in my hands and tried them, I was quite impressed. Imagine a New York fat mixed with the New York outline. That's what you get with this cap. You get a nice, clean, hard line like a New York fat cap, but it's a little bit smaller, it's a little bit slower, so you can get that nice, smooth work that you want to get done. I thought it'd be interesting to pair it with the Flame Blue products, as well as the Molotov High Pressure. As you know, most caps on this usually spray about 2 to 3 times bigger than what it normally does. So let's see how it pairs well with the Molotov High Pressure as well as the Flame Blue product. Also, to just make it even better, we just got these fluorescent colors in from Flame, just fresh off the press, man. These cans actually come mated with Eurofat caps, which is quite a change from what they normally get set with, which is the soft blue cap. So that's gonna be an interesting scenario. So I'm gonna try them out with that. Traditionally, fluorescent colors don't cover as well as your traditional pigments. So we're gonna do a nice little test with these and see how well they do. I've been pretty impressed with the Molotov Premium fluorescents. Definitely an improvement over the 94. So we'll see how this sits in between those two. I'm gonna do a quick little piece, a little memorial piece for my friend Aybee, sweet young lady who passed away a few years ago. But it seems like a lot of people have been dying lately, so you know we can't forget the other ones we've lost as well. But rest in peace, sweetheart. Anyways, enough of that. Let's have some fun.
Sick.
All right, first I'm gonna start using the Lego cap with the Molotov High Pressure. That way we can get a gauge of how it looks with the high pressure cans. First color I'm gonna use is Middle Shock Blue, one of my favorite colors in the Molotov line. If you use any color in their paint line, please at least try a few of these because these are excellent. Excellent coverage, good tonality, really nice vibrance. Excellent, excellent, excellent. All right, so let me shake it up. Again, these cans have a much higher pigment count than your average Molotov can, so make sure you shake it properly, because if you clog a cap, it's your fault. Shake it, don't break it, pick your mama nuts to make it, bend over and spread them, girl. Show me the two pearls. Again, make sure you shake it really well. We're gonna mate the Lego cap on. Make sure you give it a little twist as you drop it in, and check it out. As you see, it looks almost exactly like a New York fat cap. In fact, I would say it's dead on exactly like one, but it doesn't spray like one. So, we got something special here. So let's go ahead and give it a quick little squirt. All right, so remember, this is a high pressure paint, and this is a high pressure paint. Much more high pressure than your average can. Even with the high pressure, you get very controllable lines with this cap. Most people say you can't do piecing with high pressure paint, but as you can see, with this cap, you can easily outline. Start working on your letters. And you can fill in cleanly with it. Now, don't tell anybody, but a little bird told me that we're gonna have a sale on these this spring, because we want to get you guys out there painting and enjoying yourself. So keep posted. These will be on sale soon, but don't tell anybody. Yeah, I have to tell you, the Lego cap is very enjoyable to use. It's just smooth. It's not gonna be fat. I mean, it's fat, but it's not gonna be super fat. But the thing about it is, it just covers. It comes out nice and thick. And that's a very desirable trait. Sometimes whiter isn't better. Sometimes it's how you use it. That's what she said. Look how the flare is. You get really nice flares with this cap. Now I'm doing an Aybee piece. It's not a name I normally do, and honestly, A's aren't my strong suit. But we'll see how it comes out. You know, and the thing I always tell people is don't write your name all the time. Try to write other people's names. Hit up your homies. Try to write other words, because that's what's going to challenge you to be better. If you write the same thing over and over again, you'll get good at that one name. But what if you have to go into a battle, or if you have to try something different for a business that you're doing a job for? You're going to have a hard time. So I always recommend, at least for every 2 pieces you do with your own name, write something else. You'll become a better writer at that. That's my little pro tip. And honestly, especially if you have friends passing away, they're not going to be able to hit themselves up anymore. You gotta keep their name alive. It's up to you, the homies, to keep their name alive. All the great memories you had, stories about scabies, scamples, I don't know what it was. Something they got in Mexico. Oh, good times. All right, so I'm gonna move on to another color. I don't like to do too much of one color in one part, so let's move on to something else. That way you can kind of see how these caps work. The next color we're gonna use is a flame blue color. I'm just gonna use the same old cap on here. I barely started using it, so it shouldn't be clogged. This is traffic purple. For those who don't know traffic purple, it is the quintessential old school purple. Very much like a safety purple. If you ever used the old Krylon can safety purple, it looks dead on just like it. I think you'll really like it a lot. I have to tell you, I grew up in the 80s, early 90s. Safety purple was the jam. This is gonna be better than any Krylon you've ever used. Much smoother, much cleaner. For me, graffiti is just a series of layers. You start doing your base coat, and then you start adding some other stuff. As Scene said in Style Wars, put some doodads on it. So that's what we're gonna do. Add some doodads. You know, with filling, there's no rules. I mean, you can do whatever you want. I tend to like to use a darker color towards the bottom and work my way up. But you can try however you like, you know? You're your own grandpa. I think I'm gonna bring this blue down a little bit further. I'll bring the blue back. This will go on a little bit lighter, but it'll dry darker. That's just the way it goes down. The traffic purple and the middle shock blue is probably one of the nicest color combos. They hit off each other really, really nicely. I kind of like weird circus colors. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm a freak. That might be why. I'm gonna start rocking this middle shock blue over, but I'm gonna blend it into this Riviera dark. So they kind of, you know, it's a little bit more greener, but they'll kind of blend together really nicely. But I'll still keep rocking the purple on the bottom to keep a little something consistent going on there. Again, there's no rules on how to fill. Just do whatever you think is aesthetically pleasing. Some people like to go crazy, some people like to keep it simple. You just gotta find your own path. That's not something I can tell you. Something I will tell you is, don't let people decide what you think you need to do. Graffiti is whatever you want it to be. Whatever you want it to be. It's your thing. It's our thing. Back to the high pressure and the Lego cap. I have to tell you, I really like these caps. It's pretty much it's like a it's like a jack of all trades caps. I mean, you can use it for bombing, you can do it for piecing. Pretty much use it on anything, really. What the hell was I even doing? Sorry. I shouldn't talk and paint at the same time, but I guess I kind of have to. It's my job. Anyways, let me go ahead and get this all filled in here. See, if I was paying attention to what I was doing, I'd realize the line went like that. Sometimes you're... Lucci! What are you doing? Don't be barking at no hockey dude. What are you doing? I'm sure some of you out there got pit bulls, and you know how much of a good dog they are. They really are. They get a bad rap. No such thing as a bad dog. Only a bad owner. Pit bulls have got to be the most loyal, some of the most loyal protective dogs out there. And they're actually great around kids. Rock blue's starting to dust out. Probably got about that much left. So what I'm gonna do is switch to another color and keep this in case I gotta do any cutbacks. So So remember, don't burn out all your color because you might have to cut something back, right? So we'll go ahead and set this aside. We'll switch to the dark Riviera. So we'll fill that all in with dark Riviera, bring back the purple, maybe add a few other colors. And then on the bubbles on the outer, we're gonna use the fluorescent colors so you can see how those pop off. So stick around for that. All right, we're gonna rock a fresh Lego on this Molotow premium paint. This is the low pressure Molotow. This is the original graffiti bomber paint made in Germany. Very, very clean lacquer paint. So you can use it in a lot of things besides graffiti. Since we're doing a graffiti video, we're just gonna focus on letters. But coming soon, I'm gonna do some other tutorials on how to use this for like hot rods and models and things like that, because I got a lot of people out there who do more than graffiti. All right, so this is the low pressure Molotow. As you see, it's not gonna spray as fast. It's gonna have a much smaller line. It's with the Lego cap. Look how thin you can get. Watch this. Isn't that tight? A few little stars. That's Lego cap, man. So universal, from low pressure to high pressure. You can get all kinds of lines. Still can flare it if you want to. Let's go ahead and fill it in. All right, so we'll go ahead and fill it in. As you see, even though it's a thin tip, you get excellent coverage. Oh my God, this cap is awesome. I think this is now my favorite cap for all paints, because no matter what you're doing, you can do it. It's so dope. Love it. All right, so I'm gonna blend some of this into that. And to blend your color, just kind of flare it out like that. See that? The can is going in and then out. Or you can go in, out like that. Just flick your wrist, baby. Like Spider-Man. It's all in the wrist, hombre. It's all in the wrist. So I got my other girl, Inky, here. She's coming to kick it. Very cool dog. Her and Lucci, they're my roll dogs. Aren't you, girls? Yes, you are. Back to blending. Remember, Spider-Man style. Flare it up like that. And you'll get those nice, seamless blends. Don't worry about overspray over here, because we're gonna outline that anyways. That's the cool thing about spray paint too, because no matter what you do, you could always paint over it and fix it. You got a built-in eraser in the can. All right, I'll fade that out so we can rock some purple up on that. Also with the blend, it's fun to do some doodads. Let's rock a few doodads here or there, just for contrast. Keep your eye on the line. You kids play baseball, keep your eye on the ball. This time you want to keep your eye on the line. Don't look at the can, look at where it's spraying. Feel me? Very important. All right, so let's fade this out. We'll get some of that purple nurple up in here. So remember, traffic purple, flame blue with the Lego cap. Oh, that's clean. Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit's clean, baby. Look how well the flame acrylic goes over the Molotow. So I'm painting acrylic over lacquer. No cracks. Remember, clean fills. That's how you get good. Nice, clean, buttery fills. This is gonna be a bit. We'll do that a different color, so we'll save that for a minute here. Fill it in, fill it in, Fill it in. Sometimes when you got dead space and you don't know what to do, put a doodad in there. I'm gonna do the bits in a different color. I'm gonna use a Molotov Purple Velvet. It's probably one of the best purples I've ever used. Very, very clean. I would say a little bit darker than the Lakers purple. A couple shades dark. Excellent coverage though. Very royal looking. Very, very royal. We're going to be using the Flame Blue Fluorescent Pink. And like I said before, fluorescent colors don't cover that good usually. Usually you got to lay down a layer of white underneath it. But I'm going to try it by itself on this gray, which is kind of a darker color. Let's see how it handles. And this can come stock with the Eurofat, which is different than the other Flame Blue cans that usually come stock with the Blue Softy. My guess is they probably do that to get more coverage, but who knows? Maybe that's all they have. So we're going to use the Fluorescent Pink. Holy shit! That's a fluorescent color, man. Can you believe that? No white background needed, baby. For a fluorescent color, for any kind of color, this is excellent. This is very high coverage. Holy crap. Here's something I gotta tell you. Compared to the other Flame Blue colors, the fluorescent feels a little bit more runny. This might also be due to the fact that it's mated with a really fat cap. So we can try it with the soft cap too. The difference is so negligible. It's very controllable. Extremely high coverage. I mean, I can't believe how well this... Now this is just the pink. We haven't tried the green and the other colors yet. But so far, I'm very impressed with the coverage of the pink. I'd even use this on freights. It'll probably fade eventually, but... You know, to get that shot, I'd rock it. So the coverage is excellent. Its hiding ability needs a little bit more of a coat, but all in all, I'm very impressed. Alright, let's switch to the fluorescent green. We're going to be using the Flame Blue Fluorescent Green now. And again, comes stock with the Eurofat cap. So let's see how this rolls. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? This stuff is epic. Probably hard to see in the video, but I'm doing like light little sprays. That way I'm able to get a little bit more control with it. Quick little tip there. So the green is excellent, it covers really good. My only concern about it is it does overspray a bit, but again, I'm using a real fat cap. It is more noticeable than the pink, so I will have to go back over some spots that got a little bit of overspray on them, but it's kind of a negligible thing. It's not as bad as using a silver, I'll tell you that. It is amazing for a fluorescent green. This is awesome. Remember what I said about keeping a little bit left in one of your colors? Don't use it all up because you might need to go back and fix something, and this is a perfect example of that. So right here, you see the overspray? Gone. All right, sweet. Now we're gonna do the outline. I got some flame blue deep black, one of my favorite blacks out there. Very clean, very sharp, very high coverage, very low pressure. So we'll be using a Lego cap on this, of course. There's a whole video we're doing Lego caps. And you'll be able to see how it looks for outlines. With this black, the Lego cap is probably the best outline cap for doing big, simple pieces. It's very clean, a little bit thick, but you can still get pretty good detail with it. So definitely check these out if you like to piece big, paint freights, or anywhere where you do big stamp-like letters. Highly recommend. All right, we just got finished with a quick little simple piece. Just gave a shout out to our homegirl Aybee. Rest in peace, girlfriend. So we used 7 cans on this project and we didn't even dust them all. The black is almost 3/4 full. The purple velvet is practically full. The blue and the green, they're about half full, and the fluorescence got dusted. So we still have a little bit left over if we want a piece on something else. So look at that, it's pretty cost effective. 7 cans, still have about 4 cans left to paint. And then we got a nice little piece out there. I'm not gonna do a shine or outer on it. I kind of like the graphic look of it, so we're gonna keep it like that. But yeah, real simple, real clean. It's freaking graffiti, man. All right, hit us up, artprimo.com, 206-365-4083. We're artprimo.com, your choice for all the graffiti supplies you need, or even just art supplies, because we cater to all people. 206-365-4083, peace.